I said, yeah. He said, no, I meant pulling over to the side of the road before you wrote it down. In the nature of the cosmos, only experiencing the microcosm appears often unfair and unjust. In the nature of the cosmos, experiencing only the microcosm often appears unfair and unjust. And of course I asked, how much is the microcosm? And he said, this whole entire world is the microcosm. And anything smaller than that is just a microcosm of the microcosm. And that will almost always appear unfair and unjust. He then continued to say, whenever one has this sensation, meaning unfair and unjust, the picture is too small. Mm-hmm. He then went on to say, from the cosmic consciousness, all is in perfect order. All is in perfect balance. And then I used the word that he always said was, he thought it was a word. I said, yeah, but. And I related something personal. And he said, when someone is radical, because this was 1969, and within this organization, we were housing radicals. But not just radical in a wonderfully radical way. Also radicals in a horrifically radical way. I mean, we had people coming into class that hadn't worn shoes in 5 years. 3 of those years had been spent in the jungles of Vietnam.
Wow.
So if you haven't worn shoes in 5 years, 3 of which were in the jungles of Vietnam, you are radical. And yet, what is it?
Perfectly in order.
Perfectly in order, and also, it's you.
Yeah.
Whatever you experience is you. So he said, when someone is radical, ask yourself the question, what is this in me that there it is so diluted I cannot see? What is this in me which there is so diluted I cannot see? Who are you in me that is so diluted I cannot see? And if it's so diluted in me, thank God for you, because you are such a jerk. I can definitely see. But I will have no effect if I do not know that it is me. I will have no effect if I do not know that it is me. And the moment I know that it is me, it is solved. And there is always a long tail. So it is solved, but it takes a long time for the tail to leave. It is called being with an alligator. The head may be outside the door, but the tail is going to take a while. What is it in me that there it is so diluted that I cannot see? And this is why we have 84,000 human lives, because you can go through thousands of lives denying that it's me. That is you messing with your destiny. I stand before the mirror. Everything I experience is that mirror. And the particles of my being that I must reconcile through time. Time is an illusion that is gifted to me for that reconciliation. They are projecting out into the mirror off of all of your bodies. Reflecting back to me for my benefit and me for yours. You are all for me. We are all for you. This will give you a little idea of what we're talking about scientifically. How many know what a male peacock's tail looks like? Very what? Begins with a C. Very colorful. Yes? There is no color in a peacock's tail. Scientifically, factually speaking, the peacock's tail has no color. That is all done with light. And now, because dyeing material is such a toxic experience, hugely toxic, they're trying to see how does the peacock accomplish this, because we'd like to do it with material. So you will be wearing the emperor's clothes, hoping to God that somehow the light's working today. Otherwise you stand naked, because it will appear that you have great color. So if the peacock can do that with its tail, what is so different about the existence? If you want to believe that what I'm saying is not reality, welcome to 1,000 lives. Because you have forever. When do you want to clear it up? That's the only question that you have to answer. When do you want to clear it up? Because the moment you clear it up and you take full responsibility, you will then have the ability to respond. Until then, you will play like a kitten in front of the mirror, thinking there's two cats. How long do you really want to do that? Oh yes, there's a huge industry for two cats. It runs the entire economy, two cats. But there's not just one mirror. There's mirrors and mirrors and mirrors and mirrors and prisms and lenses and mirrors and mirrors. So much. My God, I'm in a room full of cats. And there's only one cat. And that's all there's at. And that is that. I am who I am, that is that. I am who you are, looking back. You are who I am, can you imagine that? There is one God, and that's a fact. Are you really thinking that that was just nice poetry? Gee, it rhymes. quaked. There's 5 C's, Yogi Bhajan said. He always had these kinds of things. He said there's 5 C's that you must work with. Consciousness, compassion, curiosity, most important. Who are you in me? What is this? What part of me is you? The moment you do that in the face of a radical idiot jerk, maniac, you've connected yourself to yourself, and yourself will begin to feel the connection. The head is leaving the room. It'll take a while for the tail to go. But as long as you condemn the reflection will have to